If you are thinking about becoming a RA at UMich to save on housing and food, you may be wondering what it is actually like. I was a resident advisor for 2 years, and in this video, I am going to do a walkthrough of the position description, share my experience, and give my advice for the application process, so stay tuned until the end. Let's get into it. I am not going to be reading the entire introduction section, but the essence is that being RA means you are the primary point of contact for your floor. Basically, if one of your residents has a concern, a crisis, or just a question, you are the first person they call. You'll need to be comfortable checking in with your residents frequently, providing them with resources that best support their needs, and making calls for additional support when necessary. Now, moving on to the time commitment section. Yes, 20 hours is generally the time commitment, give or take a few hours. For me, I spent that time having conversations with my residents, attending check-ins with my hall director, hosting my monthly events, and of course, working overnight duty shifts. Of those 20 hours, I was expected to host 10 hours of open door time, where I had to be present in my room with my door open so residents had an opportunity to drop by and connect. The Monday night meetings are mandatory, and they have become much tighter on making exceptions lately, so keep that in mind when scheduling classes. You'll also have to move in 2 weeks prior to the start of the school year and a couple of days before the winter semester for training and opening tasks. You are also the last to leave after the residents move out each semester because you have to complete room checks. Now let's talk about the responsibilities. As residential advisors, we are expected to build connections by planning intentional in-person social interactions and educational programming. We are also expected to be available, visible, and accessible to our residents. For me, in addition to my open door hours, I frequently connected with my residents in the hallway and the dining hall, along with sending regular check-in emails. You also have to plan and host 2 events every month. These events are not just random do-what-you-want events. They have to hit specific goals, like community building or educational programming, and you are working with a limited budget. Housing is very keen on collaboration, so I got to work with other residential advisors and campus resources like DPEs, CAPS, and the Hall Council to host bigger events. Now, I am going to discuss one of the biggest and most intensive responsibilities, the overnight duty shifts. You'll have to choose and attend a certain number of duty shifts each semester. You'll be responding to everything from simple lockouts to critical incidents and policy infractions while completing building walks to keep the dorms secure and report any damages. You'll be responsible for enforcing living standards, assisting with conflicts, and contacting the right resources to resolve concerns immediately. Also, keep in mind that duty coverage is required during spring and Thanksgiving breaks as well. Now, let's talk about the application. Before applying, I highly recommend going through the requirements listed on the website under eligibility. I would also check in with the Office of Financial Aid to make sure the compensation won't affect your specific aid package. Now let's talk about the application process. So, how did I actually become an RA at UMich? Here is my guide to the application. First, the essays. I had 3 questions involving community engagement, inclusion, and conflict resolution. In my essays, I made sure to highlight specific experiences with organizing and leading events. My advice for the application is do not just say you are a leader, show proof. Mention how you took initiative to support a group or community you were connected with, and highlight your ability to organize goal-oriented events. During the interview, I could tell they were looking for how I'd fit into the specific role. They want to know how you work with people from diverse backgrounds, how to assist your residents if they raise a concern or are involved in a conflict, and how you handle time-sensitive issues. My main tip: in addition to your leadership and event organizing skills, focus on your problem resolution skills and show how you can make the right call during high-stress situations. Finally, make sure you apply by the deadline. They will not make exceptions. And remember, you must be able to stay for the full term and attend those mandatory training dates in August and January. Being an RA is about investing time to create a safe and inclusive community that will create a lasting impression on the college experience of your residents. It is a lot of administrative work and late nights, but if you love building relationships, ideating and organizing events, and want to be a leader on campus, it is one of the most rewarding roles you can have. Drop your questions in the comments and follow for more Michigan Insider tips. Good luck with the application and go blue.